Hello, beautiful loves, beautiful souls. This is Keleena, and I'm going to share some amazing experience and information that's going on with the full moon. I've got my entire experience written down here from yesterday and last night, and I'm sharing it because my guides are saying that there may be others that may be going through this. And I want to make sure that with this, it's going to help you in case you are experiencing this too. So, first things first, thank you to my amazing Patreon members that are having patience with me these few months as I am um, uh, not there. I it's all Patreon is being revamped right now. There's changes. Masterclass will stay at that higher level. It's just going to be different. It's that you're going to bring the masterclass subjects. But what's happening for me is I have found out from my dear sister, the Rose Molly, who looked deeply into my charts, astrology charts, and saw that I'm actually going through my Saturn return. So that is why a lot of things are happening right now. And I'm being slowed down to really see the things in my life, the persons, the places, the things, people that I thought were I was close with. That are wearing masks, and it's really bringing up that which is not authentic. To really see it at this next level and have to release these persons, places, things, groups from my life. I also am having to have compassion at a deeper level for myself because of everything that I'm going through. And yesterday I broke another toe. So, with everything else going on, my oral surgery is scheduled not this coming week, but next week to get the root canals out, the knee thing, and now another toe. And I'm like, what? So, the only thing I can do when it happened yesterday was laugh. I literally laughed. I'm like, okay, I wasn't doing anything. I was going to give myself an ionic footpath. And I was slowly walking into the room and I got my toe caught in my yoga mat. So I was like, all right, am I slowing down even more? Because I'm really not doing anything. But this is what's going on. So I'm in my second Saturn return and I'm in it early. My first one was early and this one is early because it's not actually scheduled until next April. But I tend to, all of you that are followers of mine know that I tend to do things early. I tend to experience things before other people because I learn from it and I teach from it. So anything that is not authentic in my life is falling away. And so that's where I'm at. And I thank you for your patience and your understanding. I did trigger some people with my Patreon when I said it was changing, that they blew up at me. But what I did is I just stayed in my own space, my own authenticity, and in my heart. Because what I did is I saw where these people are, and yeah, they left, which is actually really good for me because some of them claim to be masters and things like this, and a master would never react. A master is in their heart. So there we go. That which is not authentic is falling away. So yeah, so there I'm sharing this, and so for you, those of you that may have either your first Saturn return coming up or your second one, there's people who will have their third one. I believe my mother is in her third one right now because she is 88, and so this stuff happens. And it's good, it's for the better. So what happened last night? We are in this full moon energy. Yesterday I had all these beings in my house. First it was the blue avians, and I was like, oof, all these blue avians were here. And then the Syrians moved in. They just kind of moved in. And they were working with my body and helping me with some things that are going on. And they're saying we're prepping you for the next few days. And I was like, okay. I was like, what's the next few days? They're like, you will see. So we did they did some things and assisted me, and before noon I started feeling this plasma flowing through my body, and it was just like liquid this liquid plasma, and I was like floating in it. My body was just moving like this all day, and I was in this massive bliss. I was aware that I was here, but I was also being taken to these elevated levels of light and like photonic light, and seeing that there's this transformational process that's going to be occurring to help with the assistance of the shift that's happening on the planet that can seem kind of chaotic in the next couple of weeks for some people, depending on where you're at in your process. So what I want to say with that is stay in peace for what's going to be happening. Um, I was like in silence most of the day and in peace, but just liquidy and flowing till I hit my toe. But it was okay. I still stayed there because I still had the plasma flowing through me. And it went on through the nighttime. I was walking around here at night and then sitting in the chairs back here and going, when am I going to go to sleep? When am I going to go to sleep? And I was just like blitzed out, and this light, this plasma was just flowing in, and I could feel it going through my body all day, and I knew I was anchoring it. There are some Wayshowers saying we don't anchor things anymore, but that's not the truth. We will constantly be anchoring, constantly. If you are a pillar of light and a master of high frequency, which that's what I am, I walked in, okay, higher versions of myself on January 1st, 2015 as a master of many different things, all right? I am extremely high frequency. So if you're an extremely high frequency person, you're doing these things that a lot of other people aren't. But we have to do that so that those of you that are waiting for this to come in, you're going to take that plasma, that energy that we're anchoring, and you're going to take that into your body, and you're going to be the ones that are networking it, networking it, networking it. This is how we work in unison, and no one's better than the other. It's just that some of us have done certain things, or we are skilled as masters in some things that others aren't. So those of you that don't do what I do, you're masters at other things, which is fabulous, because we all have to be here, and we have to show up in our authenticity and our mastery. It's why you came to the earth, okay, for this time right now. So this full moon is just wow. So last night, Mother Mary showed up, and she was talking to me, and she was reminding me, remember, Keleena, you are a Christed being. You're a Christed being. It's why you chose to come in here, why you chose this version of yourself to walk in, to take on that which you're doing for humanity and Gaia, to help accelerate the process of what has to happen. Now, we're in, as a whole, an acceleration process right now on this planet with everything that's happening. All right. But those of us that are in super high frequencies, that can channel the highest frequencies and the highest beings, and like I channel all the light languages, we have to be in there, and we maintain that so that we can bring through to awaken the star seeds, to activate the star seeds, to awaken your DNA, to as a master activator, I push you into your transformational process. And This has to happen so that we have the amount of beings on this planet, which is you, that are awakened enough to hold this amount of light that is increasing day by day, second by second. They just said second by second, because you're starting to learn to hold yourself in that space and place of peace and love and bliss. And this is so important. It's so, so important, okay? So Mother Mary was reminding me of that, and we were speaking of some other things that I'm not going to say here. And the Syrian beings were here, the blue avians, also some Pleiadians stopped in. And it was just like my house was like a revolving door of beings last night. This massive blue light. And Mother Mary, you know, she comes in with the cosmic blue roses. She was the first one to hand me a blue rose back when I was 22 years old. So she gave me the symbology of the blue rose last night. And again, to remind us, you know, and there was also white ones. I saw glittering white ones as well. So I want to mention that because Mother Mary is connected to the planet Sirius, the same as Isis. Remember the planet or the star Sirius used to be called the Isis star. It's connected to a lot of the feminine, very powerful archetypes. And it's because this energy that's shifting and changing is feminine. It's for us to elevate that divine femininity within us in a way that's allowing us to procreate at many different levels and utilize our divine masculinity and bring that into our awareness as well, because the old masculinity is dying. It just is. And that's why the disruptions and the dismantling on the planet are that are happening, that people see at a 3D level. It's putting them into chaos or fear. Okay, don't be there. This is what I have to say. Don't be there. Stay in your fifth dimensional consciousness, your cosmic consciousness. You know, stay in that space and place of love in your heart, in your sacred heart. Stay there and know that everything, remember I said the dark serves the light. I've said this in videos before. Everything they're trying to do flips and ends up for us. So here we go. All right, so the I've been seeing ones for days. Ones, 1, 11, 11, 1. So that for me is new beginnings. That liquid plasma feeling for me kept taking me into 0 point. And so we are going into a reset with this full moon. Now, this reset is going to be for many different things on the planet, for the world, also for you as an individual soul of the one soul. Everyone's going to be going through something. It's also going to assist with awakening more people. That's the information I was getting. And I was telling a lot of the sisters the last, you know, like a week and a half, I'm like, oh, look at all these ones I'm getting. Something's happening, something's coming. And it is. It's going to happen. It's happening with this moon, and it's going to continue through the next few weeks, through the end of August. It may feel like a disruptive cycle in you, but what it's actually doing is it's creating the change that is imminent. It's needed, okay? And it's powerful so that you can dive more into your own knowing, your inner wisdom, and your authenticity. I want to say it has to happen, but they're saying don't say it has to, because there are people who will be like, no, it doesn't. For my knowing, in order to change the outcome of events on the planet, these things are in alignment with the divine. And all of us that are here representing the divine, which is you in the physical form, to do these things that you know what to do, that you know how to do. And if you say, I don't know what to do, the best thing you can do is meditate, be in peace, be in stillness, be in nature, okay? Do those things that you love. Do not get on the TVs. There's going to be some changes that you're not going to understand, but They're going to put it out there as stuff that is, I don't know why they're giving me the word retrofitting. I don't know what that means. But what it is the changes that are going to happen are going to actually be implementing in the long run the better. And because something's going to happen where things are going to switch and move more to the organic timeline. Okay, thank you. Which is what we're here working on as a collective. So, so for me, the liquid, this plasma, all started yesterday, and it's I'm still having it, and they told me I will probably be feeling it for the next few days, until the day after the full moon. Because remember, the full moon is usually the day before, on the day after we have the energies. But for me, it started 2 days before the full moon, and that's just me because I am a hypersensitive, super sensitive empath. So I will feel everything earlier, but I also start downloading things first. It's just, I don't know, part of my being. Whatever, right? We all have different things. So this change is birthing the new. This change that is happening is birthing the new. And this is good. This is good, okay? If you hear through the grapevine that something's happening that you're just like horrified by, remember what I said. Underneath the darkness, there's actually this big egg of light that's going, hee hee hee. We're going to crack open and show what's happening. All right. So last night I went out on my balcony at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was looking at the moon, and there were dragons in the sky all around the moon, and they were like blue. And the moon was lit up in a grayish blue, and then it would get brighter, and then the clouds would go in front of it, and then it would come back. But there was all kinds of stuff happening, and it was amazing. So for those of you that work with the dragons, you're going to be working with the dragons a lot with this full moon, so get ready. Cosmic dragons were the ones that were really showing themselves last night. Okay, truth. I wrote down truth. Yeah, I'm just making sure I got all my notes from last night. I wrote down truth because I keep hearing that we are moving into that truth at astronomical levels. Not only is truth, of course, being shown on the planet, all the things that have been hidden from you, but the truth within yourself. It's another deep dive into you finding your own truth at the next level, okay? And for me, it's really seeing the truth from the people that I've surrounded myself with for a while that I trusted. And you know, you do things for people out of your heart, and then in return they don't show up for you. And so I'm really seeing the selfishness of a lot of people in the spiritual community. And I'm really seeing how also a lot of them are here for fame. They're not here for what I always say, we're here for humanity, and we are here for Gaia, first and foremost. But a lot of them are focusing on their fame. And that's the opposite of what we came here for to do. But it's not wrong, because they have to have that experience, because at one point they're going to be kicked in the butt and wakened up. And it's like, wow, okay, I'm seeing this, I'm observing, I'm aware of what's happening. And also so that for my own self, you know, I continue to stay in my alignment and knowing that where we are, what we reach, or how we reach people in the collective, it will always happen naturally. And for me, I've worked with the masters, the angelics, the beings of light, my own personal guides, and that's how everything has escalated for me. I didn't go looking for a marketing person. I didn't go looking for this. I didn't go looking for that. I didn't look for those things that are of the third dimensional reality to boost you. I don't even know what an SEO thing is. Somebody said, oh, get your SEO thing up. I'm like, what's that? So I'm like, So, with that said, because my loves my family, my cosmic family, please help me in sharing the channel because my algorithms were switched in 2020 and I used to reach a lot more people. So please share and like it, subscribe, whatever you got to do with all that stuff that everybody always says. And if you could help me, I would be so grateful. Thank you so much. Maragurashna Mariana Anya. Okay. Um, so truth is just going to continue through the rest of this month, and you're going to be seeing your own truth is going to change. Things that you felt or thought were your truth, they're going to shift because we are shifting every single second, and things just continue to fall away, fall away, fall away. The more you become your authentic self, the more you have these realizations. I don't need to hold on to that. I don't need to believe that. I don't need to do this. I don't need to focus on that. And you'll see this change in you. It's going to be very beneficial. We are in this space right now where I'm just kind of like falling back. Well, I've stepped back since April, since everything started for me with my Saturn return. And I kind of had a feeling I was in it, but other people said, oh, you start it next year. But I'm so glad Molly looked at my chart. If anybody wants to know who Molly is, please just put a comment below and I'll give you, she's not on YouTube, but I will give you her connection if you want to have your chart looked at. But she's a beautiful being, very beautiful being. She's a millennial, and yes, I'm blessed to have her as a sister, the rose that I initiated and activated a few years back. So we are here to use this time right now and use your energy to create with this moon, but in the next full week. So some of you are going to feel chaotic. So you're going to be like, I can't create right now. Because I just see a lot of you right now. Don't worry about that, because what's happening is that stuff's coming off of you. You don't have to hold on to, right? And as that's happening, that's when the new stuff comes in, because you have to remove the old to allow the new. I've talked about this for years. We've got to remove the old to allow the new. And that could be anything. That can be your belief systems, it's patterns. That's how you've looked at yourself. It could be relationships. It can be where you live. It could be your job. Any of that. You've got to release the old to allow the new that is more aligned with your authenticity and your divine expression of your true self. Okay? So, really follow your path. That's so interesting. I love playing with my cards every morning, and I got the inspiration card, the motivation card, and the passion ignited card. And I'm like, okay, I get it. So I've been trying to work on my book every day, but some days I'm in a lot of pain, so I just can't. And so I'm doing it little by little, but it's getting there. So my passion is that my book is going to reach people to understand who you are on this planet and who you are off this planet, but also a part of me that I have not revealed to the world yet, and that I will in this book. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. That's all I'm going to say. So changes are going to happen that seem the opposite of what Spirit has planned. Remember that everything is constant change. Everything is constant and everything is change. And so I wrote with that, I wrote new foundations from destruction. We're being accelerated. Everything's being accelerated. And hold your spiritual strength and stay calm. Hold your spiritual strength. Know that deep within in your inner wisdom, you know that everything that is happening, you don't have to go, oh, I hope this is going to happen. Because we know within ourselves that the changes that are occurring are coming from the divine. Even though a lot of the changes are coming through the dark, remember it's serving the light, because the light's going to step up and go, yeah, hello. Yeah, you did that for us. Thank you. We're just going to take over now. So that is coming. More are going to awaken to bring harmony with this full moon and the energies of the next couple weeks. More are going to awaken, and be ready just to support them. Maria junta narashkianta maras nasunta ura ahunta mar meri iana ki asur naswatana miara dom Mashi. All right. I've got that. That was the other vision I was shown. More are going to awaken. I literally saw people like, they show people sleeping and then they show people like waking up from their sleep. But when I see that, it's like their face is cracking. So that means they're coming out of their shell. They're coming out of the veil. I also have, you hold your strength and frequency. I keep getting that over and over. Hold your strength. Do not back down from your inner knowing, from what you feel in your heart is true for you. Do not back down from that, okay? And again, hold your frequency. And everybody's frequency is different, but it creates a harmonic balance upon the planet. Boom, they just came in with that. Okay, thank you. And know that we are being helped. All right, a lot of you are like, well, where are they? Where's our star brothers and sisters? Where are these beings that are supposed to be helping us? You know, where's our star families? They are here and they are helping us. And I have been in communication with them my whole life. And even after my walk-in experience, it even came even more online. More beings came to me, more angelics came in. I connected with more stars and frequencies, and that's when they told me I was a Galactic Ambassador, which I kept quiet because I had this woman who's a Wayshower that was like, you shouldn't tell people that. And I was like, but I see other people do stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? That's my authenticity. And I feel like the person was trying to hold me back from things. And so that is another person that I'm disconnected with from, because you'll see what you're going to find is there's a lot of persons that are afraid that if somebody has another title, if somebody does something they don't, if someone's a higher frequency, if somebody does more kind of healing, if somebody gets more information, whatever, that they're not good enough. So they are still fighting that within themselves. And so I'm no longer allowing someone to disempower the information that I'm given. I'm going to give it to you. I've held it back. I am a Galactic Ambassador. I was told that in 2015, and I'm definitely connected very much to Lyra and Venus, to Sirius B, and some other ones, Arcturus. Pleiades is like one of my places. There's a lot of teaching I've done there, but there was a lot of learning. But it's all connected to the feminine. The Pleiades, the Venus, and the Sirius is very connected to the feminine. And my work has been with the feminine. I work with the masculine too, but it was to awaken the feminine to their true destiny, and also to awaken the feminine within the masculine. So this is continuing so that we move into that spiritual strength and that divine harmony within ourselves as the Christed beings that we are, or that you are becoming. Remember, Christ means enlightened. That's why they called the beings that ascended Christed. They called them the Christ. They were enlightened. They were awakened and enlightened and had that direct connection to source. So the last thing I wrote down is it's new beginnings. It is 0 point. We are going through this, and it's fabulous. And it may not seem like it if you turn on the TV. Don't turn on the TV. But it's powerful. And we're here for this change. You're here for this change. You've asked to be here at this time, or you were asked, you were brought here. I'm going to check something really quick because I had shared some information. And I want to make sure I have it all from last night. So this plasma liquid, like this plasma, when it happens for me, I literally feel like I'm in and out of my body, but I'm like this, and I was walking through the house all night, and I was using the walls to stand up. So make sure that if you are going through that, ground yourself and anchor it. So these are the things that I would like you to do during this time. Stay off the TV, okay? Don't watch any kind of news from anywhere. Filter what you're watching, because there's so much media out there that is lies. Feel what you're looking at, and remember that your role here on the planet is to not cave into the perspective of the hidden agenda. It is to align divinely in your sacred heart and to utilize your sacred heart and self-expression and loving not only yourself as the God source that you are, but loving all others. If you chose Ascension, it is about compassion, it is about grace, and it is about love. And hold that space and place in the light that we are. So meditate, be in peace, be in calm, be in nature. Like I always say, get in the water if you have natural water near you. Surround yourself with the right people. If you can't be near people, don't be near people. All right, don't force yourself. If there's something going on and maybe you're invited to an outing or something and you're just like, oh, I can't do this, cancel. Okay? If someone doesn't understand that you're not feeling like you can be there that night, then remember you're triggering them. And that could be a good trigger for them to shift themselves into a new reality for themselves. For those of you that speak light language, I've activated thousands of starseed, thousands of people through my videos, through the hypnosis videos, on my Patreon, in sessions, whatever. Get out there and allow yourself to speak and sing the light language. Speak it to the animals, the different kingdoms of Gaia, elemental kingdom. If you're a galactic one speaker, allow it to just flow, because that's helping you to not only heal yourself, but heal that which is around you and bring more of that divine communication to this planet through you, as you, of you, within you. There's nothing to hide with the language of light as long as it's coming from the space and place of your heart. Okay? All right. Mariana Makurashna Ma'at. Naraswatam Yarahanyakayam Matoyam. Release. Shara unamarachant niras ik antaki at enya ant enya ach. Sorg und nusta, mur und kusta, maras uru ai. Haf und mira ant era, karasht urustur ut, mas er. Ha. Har oi. Urchan me. I am in eternal love, eternal light, and eternal life. My Kita, my Aunt. Many blessings, everyone. Shamai. I wish you all a wonderful full moon, however it's going to turn out for you. Hold your spiritual strength, okay? And I will see you soon. Lots of love.